locked in with True Media. Follow your girl Vicky Rowe at Vicky Rowe Media on Instagram.
Shout out to True Media. We're in Brianna Tour. Follow us on Instagram at TwinSetter, and also follow our business pages at Twin Setter Cosmetics and Twin Setter Products.
It's your girl Erica Mena, and you're locked in with True Media.
Shout out to True Media. I'm The Only Kayla. My Instagram is at The Only Kayla, and I'm with Mega Atlanta Radio.
Shout out to True Media. It's your girl Cherie. Follow me on Instagram. I am Cherie P. All handles are I am Cherie P because that's who I am. Big love, True Media. Congratulations, Dr. Kendra.
Hi everyone, my name is Niji. I'm an actress here in Atlanta. Just finished the movie A Taste of Betrayal. You guys look out for a big shout out to True Media.
Where can they find you on your IG?
You guys can definitely find me on IG at NJIE Official. That's Niji Official. See you soon.
Going on,
What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome here with me tonight on Late Night with True Media, podcast and radio, man. I like to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for being here. You know, thank you to the Most High. How y'all doing out there tonight? You know what I mean? Round of applause. Yeah. I'm here, man. Tonight I'm supposed to have the celebrity bodyguard, the one and only Big Keith. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Like, I do not own the rights to what I'm about to play, but until my guys come in, we're gonna sit and talk about the situation. I don't like to talk about the demise of nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We all make mistakes. You live and you learn. So I'm gonna pull up something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up something that way we can get and just see what's going on.
Other than that, and then Duke got turned down everybody.
See, we're gonna reiterate on what's
the
going
way
on.
y'all treated me is the only reason here right now.
Amen.
Oh no. Shout out real life.
Shout out to real life.
Now, we had to recircle now that I got y'all both on the.
Hold on though, before I go on any further. Y'all see my wall? Y'all like my wall back there? Got my grandson right here. Got my son right here. Proud Sailor finna get ready to take on now. Then one and on. I got my cuz Mario right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is my wall, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But we're gonna keep it going.
On the couch because when you was here, you did your interview. You was telling about the time where you first brought in BodyGuard to do the bodyguard.
He said the guy with the glasses on.
In his interview that you know that was the wildest shit he had ever seen. But now that we got y'all both on the couch, now we can really go through there. Man, what happened?
And the thing about these guys is these two guys right here, they are as well as celebrity bodyguards. They bodyguard for some of the biggest names in the industry, as well as my boy Big Key. Let's go.
So just to give everybody some insight.
First of all, before we go out, do y'all fuck with the Jamie Foxx show?
Back in the day?
Yeah.
We like Jamie Foxx.
Okay. So no.
Hold on, my boy. That's what made that shit. Wow. Now you feel what I'm coming from, man. You feel me? Everybody fucked with the Jamie Foxx show, bro. And at that time, Dugas was much younger, and I was wild as hell. So like at that,
And like I tell people, man, listen, man. I always tell people, man, capital lies off of what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? You got these two guys right here. These two guys, just one with the red hat brought his friend in the game. You know what I mean? These boys are getting paid for their interviews, for their stories. You know what I mean? And you can too, especially if I'm bringing you here on the show. You can get paid for your story. You know what I mean? Shout out to TFE, the flyers every day. Hey, and that's on God. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going because I don't own the rights to None of this. Shout out to Street Light Star.
I would have to be like, okay. I was wild as hell. I gotta explain them what's going on, and I gotta watch them close. So his reaction to the scene, I was cool with that. Because he could have got crazy. Because he was really mostly upset because we had a client who was on the cover of the Gucci magazine. Her name was Beth. So that's who we were protecting at this event. So it's a real upscale, affluent event. You feel me? Everybody, got on church clothes. You feel me? And me and Bo dressed like this, but they know what we do in the city. You feel me? We gentlemen at all times until it's time to get savage. You feel me? So I had gave him a briefing on, okay, I don't know what we're gonna see here. But don't get out of my sight. He said, Gordo, I have to use the bathroom. And I was a little bit worried because whenever we get to celebrity venues and events, whenever you see a little vampire-looking guy, like they on Twilight, with the spiky hair and stuff like that, you feel me? Cake's getting touched. So you gotta be.
You heard what he said now. When you at these big old celebrity events, like quote unquote the pub parties, it's more stuff than like pub parties. I mean, Puff was just he just was a bigger name, a bigger face. You know what I mean? So yeah, but people throw these parties all the time, man. It is what it is. They've been doing it for years. So, I hear a lot of people caught up in it with, like, so far as politicians, lawyers, could be doctors, you know what I'm saying, all the way down to street guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's keep it going.
You gotta be aware. To be aware to be alive. And we're not homophobic.
So when you at them parties now, and like he explained, they ain't homophobic or nothing, but when you see these certain people, some buns getting clapped.
Look at them like that. You feel me? Everybody should be able to love who they want to love without being judged.
Right.
You feel me? It only becomes a problem when you forcing things on people. You feel me? So bro just trying to go to the bathroom. Now at this event, it's inside of a mansion. And they don't let you go to the top floor, so everybody got to use the downstairs bathroom. There's two, one for the ladies, one for the guys. So DoGuard is going to the bathroom for the dude. He opens the door, and it's five dudes in there having a circle jerk. Ooh. He was aghast by this.
A circle jerk. For you that don't understand what a circle jerk is, I ain't never been around. But if it sounds like what I think it is a whole bunch of guys in the circle giving themselves the business. You know what I mean? Shout out to the big case up there, man. I mean, that's little James up there. You know what I'm saying? He off in California. Like I said, this is my grandson. And y'all already know who this is. His cuz, man. He will be getting an award real soon for the Stoner Fest. Y'all got to be there at the Stoner Fest. Make sure you be there. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't, you know what I'm saying? So get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep this thing going.
Astonished.
You said that was the worst thing you'd ever seen. And you've done some shit.
I'm gonna keep it above with you. I'll rock with y'all, bro. Shout out real life. Shout out to the best platform, bro. If you're a real person, come to this platform. Y'all got Blue Cow. I'm gonna do all that other shit. Just for everybody know, DoGuard turned down everything else based off how these black men treated me. That's why he's here for sure. It's like, folks, that shit, folks, it still traumatized me to this day, gang. So like, I be charging motherfuckers when they ask me to tell this story, folks. I overtax folks because I hate to tell it, gang. So that shit traumatized me, gang, Wild as hell, like shorty. It's five motherfuckers in the room, in the bathroom, gang. You trying to piss? Imagine kind of piss.
Did you know?
See, you see what I'm saying? It could get crazy. I promise you. You get crazy out there, man. Do I know? No. But it does. You know what I'm saying? So I am gonna bring them back. I'm just right now we going through the motion. So, but yeah, let me go on and bring them on back.
Boom. And they ass naked as hell. This niggas in
There was one dude, bro, who was
I swear to God,
he had on like a button down
I should have
shirt.
blew the whole bathroom down, man. I should have smoked everybody, man. Bro.
Everybody was pants around their ankles. When there was one dude, bro, he had on no socks.
Kids, so I got a daughter and all type of kids. That shit pissed me off, gang.
When he see dude with no socks, no pants, nothing, dude, I was pissed off. Bro. Everybody get on the ground.
That made me mad, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So I hear, he got a gun. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that shit made me mad.
I know it's dude got. You know, there's these type of things that happen all other times. Right. But I knew it was him. So I turn around, I see him backing up, weapon up, and when I walk into that area and I see what was going on, I say, man, why is he don't got no socks on?
And this the thing, bro, like I say, it ain't even so much. It's like, bro, do what y'all do.
Do what you do.
You know, back then, I was a little more fucked up, though. Now that I'm older, now, like, your preference, your preference. That's on you. But you don't be in the bathroom where niggas gotta go pee to do this shit, folks.
It's only one bathroom.
Oh, bro, it's all.
But where else you gonna do it? In the public?
Niggas, gangsters, killers walking in this bitch.
But you definitely more mature now.
Respect us like we gonna respect y'all, you feel me?
For sure.
Bro, that shit pissed me off, man. Hey, look, folks, that shit pissed me off, folks. Like to the T, folks.
Look, if you went to the bathroom right here, you finna be pissed, Angel.
Hey, Rook.
Angel, you trying to go to the bathroom?
I want to ask you this, man. Real nigga shit. You go to the bathroom. Five motherfuckers wrong.
Yeah. That's kind of, you scared walking in any goddamn bathroom anytime after that.
Oh, man. One of them famous.
One of them was famous.
One is famous. So that started you a little bit. What the fuck? Five grown men in this bitch sword fighting, folks.
So you know, people.
How would you feel?
I'd be traumatized, bro.
That would fuck you up with
I'd
it.
probably see
Okay, I'll just make sure I ain't fuck. I'm just making sure I ain't slow.
That's that having a wife stuff right there.
Do you feel like
I think I'm gonna need some therapy for that situation. I don't really like therapists though. A gangster like me should never talk to a therapist.
Right. I understand, bro.
I got a funny story about that too.
Go ahead.
That's like talking to a motherfucking detective.
before you get into your story?
All right.
Two questions for you. One, do you feel like when you tell this story that some may feel like your reaction to it? Do some people say that to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they will. People speak their mind.
Absolutely.
Do you think that that's because that sort of behavior has become so like normalized? Like it's
Absolutely.
just part of
They think it's just like I'm against LGBT. LGBT community. What they gotta understand is I have LGBT cousins.
Rainbow.
I have rainbow cousins.
Shout out to
You know,
all
I have family that's rainbow. I got people I do business with that's rainbow. So I'm not against that shit. It's just about where it took place at.
Right.
You feel a public bathroom. If they was doing that shit in their crib, Big Duke got, you know. But this is a public bathroom. I'm trying to go to the bathroom.
So it would be the
That pissed me off.
So it'd be the same thing as like if you was on a public beach and they was out there doing that.
If he was on the beach, I ain't gonna lie. If I pull up to a beach and they doing that for
You know, shorties out there.
we can't go there.
Okay. So just to add context, like right now, BodyGuard under contract with a very famous person for the next 2 years who is a LGBTQ advocate. You feel me?
So I'm not against shit. It's just what really made me mad about that situation was y'all could have went in the room.
Yeah, and there were rooms available.
Even if y'all is what y'all with, y'all still move.
Basically, you were trying to avoid any of those situations and ended up running into it. Right. I see that. How fast are you up to? I mean, how fast are you ready to up the tool?
I ain't gonna lie, they say I'm the quickest hand in the south.
Right.
Seen it.
So like, what gets you there? What can
Let
get you there?
me answer this.
Okay.
So amongst our team, we have something called situational awareness.
Right.
And there are certain signs that we look for before we resort to violent force.
Right.
So if you show certain signs, we go through a checklist. So even if you have a firearm present and out, BodyGuard is gonna look and see if you have a rifle, you're gonna look to see if it's a round chamber. You're gonna look at the clip. You're gonna look and see if the safety is on. That's the level of awareness we operating on. You feel me? So at this given time, though, when this situation took place, it was more like outrage because it's like, yo, hold on, y'all shouldn't even be doing this here. And this was a younger BodyGuard. You know, the man he is now is a lot more mature. You got the caution tape on right now. You feel me? Just so you can see the scope of who you're talking to. You feel me?
So what happens after that? You make everybody lay on the ground.
We gotta get up out of there because you start screaming shit. Right. So we have protocols that we follow. So if he decides that we need to leave, that type of shit be pissing me off. Go ahead, bro. TP, folks. On my daughter, folks. That's what be pissing me off. She comes screaming, get the fuck on. You know? It's time to go though. Because at the time, like I say, I'm from the streets. My boy really, so I ain't really trying to front his move, you know?
Right.
The thing is, you screaming about him with the firearm, and you know he's a bodyguard, but you're not screaming about these men in here that are naked.
What's up? What's up, man? We got Big Keith in here, man. What's up, Big Keith?
What's going on with you, my guy? You can hear me?
Most definitely I can. Let's start with saying how you doing, man.
Hey, man, I'm blessed, brother. I'm glad to be here, man.
Hey, man, it's good to see you, man.
Hey, it's good to be seen today, brother.
I know that's right. Hold on 1 second. Let me remove them from here and add you. Hold on. Let me add you back on here. Okay, hold on. Let me get us a good screen. All right. So hold on. Yeah. So yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. You know what I mean, man? Just taking it every day at a time.
What's up? Man, it's good to have you here, man. I was just showing them previews of like what celebrity bodyguards go through,
right?
How they live and the stuff they seen, man. Like I've been just looking and researching, man, stuff like this, man. I'm trying to figure out like how y'all do this, man. But before you start, now, you got to explain to the people who you is.
It's a lot. It's a lot when you. It's a difference between being.
Hold on, before you explain to them. But you got to explain to them who you is, what you do, and once you do that, we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning.
But this is, man, this is Big Keith, man.
We go there. Am I right or wrong, or is it safe to say that you started out with Usher?
I started out with Usher. It was my first person ever that I ever worked with, and he did a video. You Make Me Wanna.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Let the people know who you is, bro, and what you do.
Hey, man, this is your man, Big Keith, man. Celebrity bodyguard. I work with a little bit of everybody.
For sure. And we're going to get into that too, man, because I know the list goes down. Far as what I know, the list goes from Usher, Yin Yang Twins, Jacquees, Dame Dash, Puff Daddy, Light Skin Keisha, man, and more.
Little John,
Scrappy,
Little John, Trillville, Asian Doll, Cash Doll, Meg Stallion, and I can go on and on. Stevie Wonder.
Dang. Oh yeah. Oh, and it was another legendary person, man, that I seen you with too, man.
Ellis Hall.
See, yes,
Ellis Hall, Stevie Wonder, I've done Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Earth, Wind and Fire, a little bit of everybody. I can go on and on and on.
Man, oh man, so I had your list real short. I should have been doing my homework, man. Man. So tell me, man, how did you get into this?
Well, I started off as a bouncer in clubs in Columbus, Georgia. I was a bouncer. And, I liked doing what I was doing. I said, man, there's got to be a way that I can take this to the next level.
Right.
So what I started doing was when artists would come to Columbus to do a show, and at this time, people might not have knew who the artists were. They wasn't really popping. They had a little bit of buzz. But what I would do was I would go to them and say, hey, listen, you ain't got no security? They'd be like, no, I don't have no security, because they don't have a big budget. See, they don't have a budget. They're only making $1,500 a show. So I remember when all those people were making $1,000 a show. Jeezy, T.I., I know all these guys. I've been working with all these guys for years. So I remember when it was only $1,000 a show.
Right.
So that's when I got in with them. I got in with majority of the people that I started working with. I got in with them at the beginning of their career.
Oh, okay.
So what I would do is I would say, hey, listen, where you got to go to next? They would say, I got to go to North Carolina. I'd be like, okay, listen, you give me a place to stay, and I'll do your security for free.
Whoa. So
and I did that for years.
Yeah. Huh?
I did that for years.
You did that for years?
For years. I had jobs that wouldn't let me off. So I had a choice to make. Do I go do this free show because I'm chasing my dream, or do I stay at this 9-to-5 job and wish I could have chased my dream? I chose to chase my dream.
Man, and so you were chasing the dream.
Chasing the dream.
Sometimes you gotta put out in order to get it back.
You have to. And please understand when I tell everybody this. Nobody sees your vision like you see your vision.
All right.
So you can't expect for somebody else to put in the work for your vision that you don't want to put in for your vision itself.
Yeah, I know that's right, man. And that's real. And that's real, man. So you had a plan, man, and your plan worked, man. I'm talking about I was sitting at home one day and I was just watching one of my favorite TV shows, Punk, man. And it actually came back on the other day. And when I said, what? Hey, that's Big Key, man.
That was an experience. It was out in LA. And,
so how was that experience, man?
That was crazy. We had been in LA for like a week. And it was right. So we was already there right before the VMAs. The VMAs was in Miami, but we was in LA a week prior. And we were working. The twins was working as usual. We're moving around Hollywood. We're moving around LA. But then this particular day, Smurf, shouts out to my boy Smurf, he calls and said, hey, we're in the lobby waiting on you. So I'm like, I jump up out my bed, like, waiting on me? Like, I'm always the first one. What do you mean? Now, you got me thinking that I done slipped up, overslept, did something wrong. But when I go downstairs, I'm like, hey, man, y'all didn't tell me. They was like, nah, because you good. I mean, it was something spare the moment. I said, okay, so I went to go get in the vehicle with the twins. And the manager was like, nah, get in that car over there, get in the limo. I'm like, get in the limo? I'm like, okay, like, that's different, because I never separate from my client.
Right.
And we took us around, and we pulled up in a movie set, and it went down. It just started going down, and it was like...
Was you getting ready to intervene? Like,
yes. So at first, I was getting ready to intervene. The other bodyguard with me, he knew what was going on, but I didn't. So he was like, nah, don't worry. He was like, be easy, Big Key, be easy. But I'm in the limo like, bro, I'm finna jump out this limo and go crazy out here. Especially when I saw him yelling at the twins. I'm like, bro, you don't yell at my people, bro. And I didn't think about nothing. So then when the gate broke, when they drove through the gate and when the other guy broke the gate, now I'm like, oh no, I'm getting out the limo, man. This is I'm out the limo then, man, and I'm hot. I'm hot because I see the guy, he's still going off on the twins. And we're trying to tell him, like, bro, if they broke the gate, why are they still right here? So, and now that I think back on the situation, there were little signs. Like the security guard came out with a cup that was the size of a milk jug. You know what I mean? And I didn't dawn on me at that time because you were in the spare of the moment. And then all of a sudden the cameras come out, and then Ashton Kutcher comes up behind me. And he's like, man, I thought you was going to beat my you know what, man. I'm glad you on. I'm like, yo, Ashton, man, move away from me, man. Go ahead. Like, yeah.
Oh, man. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that when I saw that, I had wanted to know what was going on, man.
At that moment is when I was like, wow. Fact. You know what I'm saying? You have those wow moments in your career where you're like, wow, like, am I really doing this? Like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? Like, my first time on a private jet, I was like, am I getting on a private jet for real? Because you see these things on TV, you see them, but you know, in your mind, you don't know if that's going to be you.
Right.
You know? For me, I mean, now it's the normal.
Right. Yeah, I'm saying I know that's right, man. So, man, shout out to you, Big King, man.
Thank you.
You've been working, man. You've been living. You've been working, man. So with this Usher, how did you link with Usher back in the days?
When Usher first got started, I met him. He was in the studio recording, and I happened to be in the studio. But I was in the studio actually meeting somebody there that was recording.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I met him there, and he was young. His mom was managing him at that time.
Okay.
So we exchanged numbers, and then she was like, hey, he has a video next week, you know, in the junkyard. You know, that was like one of his first videos he ever did.
Right.
So I was like, okay. She was like, well, can you come? I'm like, of course I'll be there. And that was the beginning of me and Usher. And to this day, we talk every now and then. You know, he's a superstar, but if I call him, he gonna pick it up. You know what I mean? I don't call him every day, or I don't call him every month. You know what I mean? But you know, I call him around Christmas, New Year, just checking up on him. Or recently he texted me when he found out about my medical condition. He sent me a text message, you know, just giving me his prayers and stuff like that.
Right, man. I gotta say, God is good, man.
God is awesome.
Man, God is good, man. I'm telling you, man.
God is awesome. I'm a walking miracle.
yeah, we're gonna get into that too, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, man. Hey, you know, we got to. So, okay, so you got what you got. How do you pick your clients, man?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't pick my client. In the beginning, man, I was just trying to get out there. So I'm working with anybody that'll let me work with them.
Right.
You know, I'm fighting in the clubs. I'm in shootouts. You know, I gotta have a 50-0 fight record right now. I mean, I gotta have that. at least 50 to 100 fights. Especially working with like Little John at that time. So we're doing crunk music.
Right.
So we all know crunk music is.
Yeah.
You're out of here with right. Yeah, you turn all the way up. So I was working with Little John for a while. Then he got a label. And then when he started a label, he was like, hey, Big Key, I need you to look after my artists that I'm about to get. I'm like, all right, cool. That's when he got Trillville and Scrappy.
Okay.
So now I'm with Scrap. He got the song Head Buster. Trillville got the song, you know what I'm saying? Trillville got their song out. So never, ever. So it was just, those were all fighting records. They're fighting records.
That's right.
So I did that for years with them, with all these new artists that started coming out. I've worked with. Then I was able to reach a level where I was like, okay, I don't feel like fighting no more. So I don't feel like fighting no more. So when I made that transition, I went from male artists to the female artists.
Okay.
And that was my transition. But I still kept my male clients. I just put other bodyguards with them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So instead of you taking the job, you contracted the job
out. I contracted out to people that work for me, and then I would pay them. My client pays me, I pay them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. That's big too, man. Putting somebody else in position, man. You know what I mean?
That's what it's about. That's how you get your blessings. When you put other people in position to win, you can't keep it all to yourself.
Right.
You got to put other people on. Because believe you me, it'll come back around to you. It'll come back around. You can better believe that.
That's right, man. That's right, man. So if it was one thing you could tell somebody that wanted to get into this business, what would you say?
Have a life insurance.
What?
Have life insurance. And I'm just being realistic about it.
Right.
Because you got to understand, when I got started, we had shootouts, but nowhere near right now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I got started, we didn't have the internet like that. The internet wasn't here when I got started. So there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was none of that. It never existed. So you had to get put on by word of mouth. We didn't have the internet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Nowadays you got the internet, you can DM somebody. See, we didn't have none of that. So our grind was the real grind.
Yes, it is. Yes, it was.
See, it's the difference. I tell these people now, I tell a lot of guys now, if I had the resources that y'all have now, then
they like right now, they like at a push of a button.
That's unheard of to me. I'm old school. I'm still old school.
Right.
You know, I do the internet thing, but I like to be in front of somebody. Put me in front of the person. I don't do all that messaging. Nah, put me in front of the client. Let's go have a talk. Let's go eat some food and talk about everything. Let's go do that.
Right. And you know, and it's something I wanna touch on too, man, because me and you, we known each other for a long time, man. We're friends, man. We're real friends. We know each other for a long time. You was bodyguarding for a client in the club.
Right.
I ain't seen you in a minute.
Right.
But I wanted to come up and speak to you, and you was there like a Statue of Liberty. And I'm talking about.
I probably gave you that look, like stay away.
Right. Didn't move or nothing. But you did hit me up the next day and you said it's no disrespect. It's just when I'm with my clients.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Hold on. Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. Can you hear me now? You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. One second. Try to turn your volume up. Can you hear me now? Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. We're gonna get right back to this. Look at my memorabilia wall. Got my grandson case up here. The big boy keys. Y'all see that? Tarver. Y'all see my son up here. And y'all already know. My right hand man. Mario. Shout out to Tabitha Longhorn. Shout out to Naya. Shout out to Tuli. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Tamika.
I can hear you now. There we go. We back.
Okay. Yeah, we got him back in. So yeah. What was I saying?
So I said I probably gave you that look, like stay away.
Yeah. You gave me a look like but the next day though, you did all due respect. Next day you said, hey man, it wasn't no disrespect, but when I'm with my clients,
right,
I got to stay professional. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody always says that to me. Everybody always says, hey man, Big Keith is cool, except when he's working with a client, hey, you know, I give you the head nod from a distance.
Right.
You know, I give you the head nod, and that's about it. Because I take what I do very serious. Because you got to understand, I might know you, but my client don't know you.
Right.
See? So I have to put myself in a frame of mind like I don't know nobody in here neither.
Okay.
Nobody is an exception. When you're working with a client, any and everybody can be a threat.
Dang, I ain't think about that. I would have thought like if it's your friend, I'm just you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I ain't taking security. You see, I'm thinking, well, you know me, you know I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But like you said, my client don't.
They don't know you. See what I'm saying? So you have to be able to separate personal from business.
Right.
You have to be able to separate that, no matter what you do, whether it's security, I don't care what it is you do. Always separate business from personal. Always.
Right. Right.
You know, so that's why. But me being like that helped take my career up because I became known as, when people say my name, oh, are you talking about Big Keith? Oh, boy, you know Big Keith don't play that, but
Right.
see, and that's the first thing. And you've been around a long time, so you've heard people say that, like, "Oh, boy, Big Keith don't play. Big Keith don't play."
I done seen it. Hell, I've been there with you in the same crew, and you still ain't talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But when we got back in the band, like you said, once again, hey y'all, listen.
That's it.
I'm taking precautions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I
say you do got a good eye, man, and you think like, how hard is it to get a group of guys or entourage on the same page when it's danger involved and you see it and they don't?
So what I try to do is have a conversation. See, a lot of people are scared to have a conversation because they're worried about their job. So they don't want to say nothing to the entourage. They don't want to say nothing. See, not me. I'm going to come to you and say, hey, listen, fellas, let's come together real quick. Hey, listen, when I say we move, we move.
Right.
Everybody be like, oh, okay. And then they'll look at the artist, and the artist be like, hey, man, you better listen to him. He's doing his job.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my job is to get my client back home, not the entourage. So if you're not paying attention, you will be left.
Oh, I ain't know.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Because I have to take care of my client. And I can't risk my client because somebody in the entourage want to go over there and taste a girl or go on. I can't do that.
I know you done had some times where the entourage they wasn't in sync with what was going on.
And I snap on them. I snap on them in a heartbeat.
Right. If women be around, they want to go on it, chase after the women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I done had to. You've been around me. You've seen when I've had to tighten some people up before. You know, but I do it with love. I do it with love. But then once I do it, they understand. Okay, I got you, Big Keith. Now you understand the danger. I can tell people, if you go do a show, like for example, when I was with Jeezy all the time, we would go do a show in Macon or North Carolina or Virginia or LA, and it'd be a sold out pack in the club. But I used to have to tell him and people with him. I told T.I. the same thing. You've heard me tell y'all the same thing. I told everybody the same thing. Just because they're here at this concert does not make them a fan of yours.
Oh, yeah.
See, because if you're doing a club, some people come into that club because they know that's where everybody's going to be at. They're not a fan of yours. They listen to your music, but they're not a fan. But because everybody in the city going to be there, they're going to be there. There you go. So now you don't know what's going on in that city. You don't know who none of these people are. You don't know whose cousins, whose sisters, whose wives. You don't know none of that kind of stuff.
Right.
See, you don't know what the temperature is in that city. So the entourage goes off and hollers at a female, not knowing that the female's boyfriend is a security.
Oh man.
That's happened to me.
And you had to go fight the security?
I was able to break it up, but I have been in altercations where I physically had to fight security in the club because security in the clubs are not my friend either.
Right. No. Oh yeah, most definitely.
They're not my friends. They're groupies too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be real with you.
How was it though working with Jeezy? What was his personality like?
Because we was in the streets, I was still in the streets a little bit at that time. Right. It was like hanging out with my partner and the rest of the crew. Because you knew if you fight, all 20 of us gonna fight.
Right.
So because we was moving like that, we was moving around beat. And then, Meech was with us. So shouts out to Big Bro. So Meech was with us. So now we're moving around 50 deep. You see? So now I gotta watch Jeezy and Meech.
So dang, that's
and I did that for years. And then sometimes Meech would call me and I would just go off with him for a couple of days or a week. with Meech. So it was, it's just a little bit of both worlds. You just got to know how to. The key to this is keeping your head on a swivel. Never get comfortable.
Right.
That's the key to this. You never get comfortable with your client, because at the end of the day, remember, that's your client. That ain't your friend.
Yeah, right. I mean, a lot of people try to, they try to be, try to friend the client, and you know how it go, man.
Of course.
We all get with you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, I guess it's if you do a good job, the relationship is going to get built.
It's going to build naturally.
Right. Naturally.
Right. Naturally. Let it naturally build. Don't try to become their friend.
Right.
Because they'll see that.
Oh.
They'll see it. And when they see it, next thing you know, you will be replaced.
Okay. I see how it go. So when you were like male clients and female clients, female clients, like you said, was it like less difficult? But like,
what's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference, man? Because I would think that a female, like, they have problems all timing. As far as like them getting ready for a show.
Hold on. I think the thing value went out again. I know why the value went out. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I know why the volume went out.
Okay. All right.
I know why the volume went out. Hold on.
All right. Hello?
Yeah, you go. I know why it went out. My alarm clock went off. So.
Oh.
Right.
Damn, what you got to get up and go to work?
No, I take my medication.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Let's just pause for a second with all the celebrity stuff right now, just for a second, man.
Of course.
I remember getting a phone call from you one day, and we kind of talked for a while.
Right.
You was telling me something about something you was going through.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I did exactly what you asked me to do. You know what I mean? But I seen you through a situation, man. A real situation, man, that that a lot of people don't make it out of.
A lot
of people, you know what I'm saying?
A lot.
Right here to the right, that's my cousin Mario, man.
Already, my brother.
Man, y'all were going through the same thing, man.
Yes.
How was that, man? What what are your days like? What are your nights like, man? I never really I talked to my cousin, and my cousin, he was a strong person, man. He didn't want to put no burden on anybody. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just, I want to know how are your days and your nights before you got your transplant?
In the beginning, scary.
Right.
In the beginning was scary because you have kidney failure.
Mm-hmm.
I had stage 5 chronic kidney disease, which is basically kidney failure. I got it by having high blood pressure.
High blood pressure?
High blood pressure will cause kidney failure among Black communities 85% of the time. So please be mindful of your health. Eat right. It's okay to have a cheat day here and there, but try to get some exercise and eat some healthy foods. You know what I'm saying? If you can go every now and then, go one day and say, you know what? I'm not going to eat no meat today. I'm just going to do some vegetables and some fruits today. Just kind of incorporate that into your weekly diet here and there. It was scary. I had to have an emergency catheter put in my chest. Your whole world seems to be turned upside down because now you can't work like you would do to take care of your family. You're in this center. Some people go 2 days a week. I was going 3 days a week for 4 hours.
That's a lot of time, man.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot
That's
of time.
your week. It's every other day. So I was going Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 4 hours.
That's a lot of time.
And they stick these needles in your arm, and you have 2 tubes coming in. One is taking your blood out, and one is going through a machine, and then it's putting it back in. You're in a room with a bunch of people. You're in a room with like 15, 20 people that's all going through it right there when you're there. So mentally wise, it can play a definitely mind game on you. Because all you're hearing is beep, 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 and people hooked up to machines. You see these people, they got blankets on, they're laying down, they're in lazy boy chairs, you know, they're watching TV, some of them sleep, got headphones on, watching TV. The first week, yeah, I was nervous. I was, I was weak. I didn't know, I was trying to get a hold of everything, just trying to take this in.
Right.
The second week of dialysis for me was different because I'm a spiritual person.
Oh yeah. Oh man of God. We're gonna get into that too. Yeah, I'm gonna touch into that with this. So, but go ahead.
So I prayed about it, and God gave me the strength that I needed, and He told me how to approach this whole situation.
Right.
So I knew how to approach it. I knew what to do. What's the new thing they say? I knew my assignment.
Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure. So tell me this: when you got that call,
my birth date is so in the transplant world. You have your physical birthday,
okay,
which was the day you was born.
Okay.
Then you have your transplant date, which is considered your second birthday because you're like a new person. Right. So my birthday was October the 8th. October the 8th, which was like 40-something days ago.
Okay.
On a Monday night, I'm watching TV, watching football.
Right.
Me and my wife decides to go to bed. And I stay up for about 30 minutes. I said, well, I'll watch it in the room. I watched it until halftime. And I fell asleep. At 12:40, exactly 12:40, my cell phone rung.
Midnight.
My cell phone rung, which I'm used to my phone ringing because I have security guys out working. So I thought, okay, one of my guys calling me, something happened.
Okay.
It's a lady on the phone. She says, hey, is this Mr. Thornton? I'm like, yes. Now I'm like, oh God, one of my guys done got locked up. I'm gonna have to go bond him out. I'm thinking that. And she says, well, this is so-and-so. I'm calling you from Piedmont Hospital. So now I jump up and I wake my wife up. I'm like, hey, because I'm half asleep. So I need you to wake up and hear what I'm hearing so you can hear what's going on because I'm half asleep. We don't need to miss whatever this is.
That's right.
Right. And the lady says, hey, well, Mr. Thorne, how far are you from Piedmont Hospital? I said, I'm about 45 minutes away. She says, okay. She said, well, congratulations. We have a kidney for you. My wife jumps up. She's crying. She's telling God, thank you. So the lady says, well, she started asking me a couple of COVID questions, she asked me about 10 questions. So then she says, well, what time can you be here? I said, ma'am, I can be there by 2:00 a.m.
Right.
Keep in mind that she called me at 12:40.
Right.
So I said, I can be there at 2:00. She says, well, be here at 2:00. I said, I'll be there. And I hung the phone up, and then I sat on the end of the bed to let it to take in what I just got. And before I knew it, I was just crying. I was crying because I didn't expect to get a phone call in 3 months.
Yeah.
Because just because you're on dialysis, it doesn't mean you're on that transplant list.
What?
No. So you have to go through a evaluation committee. And they determine, it's like 16 people, they determine whether or not you are ready to be put on this list or not.
Oh.
See, and what happens is your dialysis center turns in it's like a report card.
Okay.
They turn the report card in to the Kidney Foundation. See, they're your recommendation. And then they tell the Kidney Foundation, hey, listen, we have a patient here that we think would be great.
Okay.
You know, so then they says, well, tell us about him, or tell us about her. So then your dialysis center sends them all your blood work, all your paperwork, and a summary of are you coming to dialysis on time?
Right.
You know, how was your attitude when you come in there? You know?
All that plays a part.
All of that plays a factor into it. Your weight, your water weight, because you know when you're on dialysis, you can only drink so much liquid.
Dang.
Right. So
how was that measured though? Like, what is it?
30. So I was only allowed to drink 35 ounces of water a day.
Ounces. Okay.
That's about 2 bottles of water. That's it, and that includes fruit, because fruit releases liquid.
Right. So, but is the water from the fruit, the H3O from the fruit, is that a better source than just regular water?
It's not a difference, because your kidneys are not working, so you can't take in a lot of fluid, because the fluid that you take in is getting pumped out of you and pumped back through your blood when you go to dialysis. So that's why you can't drink a lot of liquids. There's a lot of foods that you cannot drink or eat. Like I couldn't eat pizza. I couldn't eat spaghetti. I couldn't eat cheese. I couldn't eat eggs. I can only eat egg whites. Man, it's a list. It's so much. I couldn't eat peanut butter. I couldn't eat peanuts. I mean, I couldn't eat oranges. Man, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. Okay, so I couldn't eat wheat bread. If I wanted bread, it has to be white bread. I can only eat a handful of rice, preferably brown rice. I couldn't eat too much meat. I couldn't eat steak. I couldn't eat none of that. I couldn't eat all of that kind of stuff.
So how was the change of the diet though? Like,
it was hard. It was hard because it was hard. It was really hard. Yeah, because it's like everything is different now. It's like, so, but after your first month of eating a certain way, then you kind of cool it in. But okay, I ain't gonna lie. Every now and then, I had a cheat day.
Right.
Like I couldn't do no dairy products.
Oh man.
So what I had to do was I had to learn how to substitute. So instead of drinking milk, I would drink almond milk with my cereal. See, the only cereal that I was allowed to eat was cornflakes.
What?
So that's it. You can't eat nothing else but cornflakes. So I would do almond milk and cornflakes. I couldn't eat milk chocolate, but it was okay to eat dark chocolate.
Oh.
So you had to learn eating pizza, the red sauce. Couldn't do no pizza, but the red sauce, the acid, see?
Dang.
So you couldn't do no Kool-Aid, couldn't do no sodas, you couldn't do no juices, just water.
But only 2 bottles in a 24-hour period, man.
Right. There's people out there right now that can't do that.
I can take down 1 bottle of water in 30 seconds.
All day. Now imagine having to use, so my method was, okay, I got me 1 bottle of water. So I knew what I would do is I drink more when I eat my dinner.
Okay.
So I would be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get this bottle. So I said I won't drink no liquids till 12 o'clock noon time.
Okay.
So 12 o'clock noon is when I would open up my bottle of water and I would sip on it till like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Till I had a half a bottle.
Okay.
See? And then about between 5 and 6, I would finish off that half a bottle.
Okay.
But now I still got 1 bottle left.
Right.
See? And I would normally drink half that bottle with my dinner.
Okay.
And then drink the other half at night when I'm laying down at night. My mouth get dry.
Yeah. So you can lay on down.
There you go. There you go.
Start all over again. So did you have like a list of all the stuff that you had to do, or was it
just? No, it's a list. So you got to go through. I had to go through at least 20 tests to get put on the Kidney Foundation transplant list. I had to go through 20 appointments, not visual appointments. I mean, go to them.
Right.
I had about 20 of them, and they only give you a 3-month period to do all these tests. 3 months. So then you got to call and schedule these appointments. They're not going to do them for you.
Oh, dang.
See, because here goes the thing about that. Getting a kidney, a liver, a heart, any transplant is a gift.
Yes, it is.
So they want to make sure that you are going to take care of that gift.
That's right.
And you're not going to abuse that gift like you did yours.
Right.
See? So all that plays a factor. You can be on dialysis for 4 years and never be put on the transplant list. See? So
do you think it'd be from like you said, it could be anything like from missing appointments to
right.
like you said,
Mental,
when you come in,
your attitude, yeah, all that plays a factor. All that plays a factor.
Did you have any, like, with you working as a bodyguard, and not like for one company before you started your own company? How did
I was just freelancing.
Freelancing, okay, right. But what about the health insurance? Did you have any kind of health insurance? Your job didn't kind of offer no health insurance or nothing like that?
No, what job? You're self-employed.
Right. Okay.
So there is no job that offer you health.
Right.
I didn't get health insurance until I got married.
Oh, okay.
When I got married, I was added on to my wife's medical insurance through her career, her job.
Okay.
And to be honest, if it wasn't for that, me getting married and my wife adding me to her insurance, I probably most likely wouldn't be here, because I didn't know I had this disease, because I wasn't going to the hospital. I didn't know. Right. I didn't have no health insurance.
So what was the thing that made you go to the hospital? You just got
I was having pains in my side, like real bad pains in my side. And I went and got checked, and it was like, well, hey, they did a blood and they did a urine sample, and they were like, hey, you have protein in your urine. So I don't know what that is.
Right. I mean, listen, protein in your urine sound good.
But that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, right. But further on, they told me, no, your kidneys are supposed to be keeping that protein.
Oh.
See, your kidneys is like a filter in a car engine.
Okay.
That's what how a car engine has a filter.
Right.
That's what your kidneys are.
Okay.
They're filters. It's a filter. It filters all the nutrients out of everything you take in and then spits out everything else that's bad. But when you have kidney failure, it ain't doing that. Everything going out.
Oh, everything going out. Yeah, ain't nothing staying in.
Ain't nothing staying in. So they have to switch up the way you eat, because you can't have too much protein now because your kidney not working. You can't have certain things because your kidney's not working. So you can't have those things. So once I got the phone call for my transplant,
right,
and I got to the hospital at 2:05, by 9 o'clock that same morning, they cut me open.
Right.
They have to move fast. And they tell you, if we call you and you don't answer the phone, you got about 3 minutes to call them back, or they move on to the next person.
Oh man!
Because
so you literally got to sit by your phone. You got to
pick it up every time it calls. You don't know if it's a telemarketer or not. You just got to answer it.
Right. Oh man.
But once I had my transplant, now the kidney, they had to hope the kidney works, because your body can reject it, because your body is naturally going to reject it because it's not part of your body.
Right.
So you have to take a lot of medicine that brings your immune system down so that it does not fight the kidney. It allows the kidney to attach itself. It's like locking your doors on your car, but don't cut the alarm on. Just lock your door.
Right.
That's how your body is. We're gonna give you some pills that's gonna bring your immune system down just enough so that your kidney your body won't fight it. But after a while, after a couple of months, we'll start building it back up.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So now that you're in the healing process, and you're in a different stage, do you continue to eat like you were eating? Do you exercise?
Nobody. So let me tell you, when you're in the hospital after you get your transplant, you have your pharmacist going to come in there and talk to you, and then you have a nutritionist. Your nutritionist is going to come in there and talk to you while you're in the hospital,
right.
And he or she's going to tell you everything that you could not eat before. Oh man, they're going to eat all that.
You can eat all of it.
Oh, eat all that. They want you to. They want you to eat 2 or 3 pieces of chicken. Go ahead and get that big old steak, because now they need you to build your protein up. Because you remember, when you're on dialysis, you can't have that protein like that.
Right.
You can only have a fraction of protein. But now they're like, yo, we eat. We want you to eat. So I was eating, 5 times a day. But you don't have an appetite right away.
Right.
It took about 2 weeks after my transplant. It took about a week and a half for me to get my taste buds back.
Okay.
And then it took about 2 weeks for me 2.5 weeks to get my appetite back, where I felt like eating.
Right.
But once you feel like eating and your taste buds come back, man, you want to eat everything. Listen, man, last week I took down a whole large pizza, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Listen, man, you gotta be happy sometime, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, listen to me. I done had some Oreos. You know what I mean? Hey, it's like a little kid. You're like a little kid, because you got to think these things. For me, I haven't been able to have them since February. Some people haven't been able to have these for years.
Yeah.
So once you have your transplant, and this is the other side of that I want to share with people, it's the mental part of it. Because you gotta, 90% of the time, somebody's lost their life so that you can live.
Yeah.
That is a hard pill to swallow.
Very much, man.
I'm 48 days now after my transplant, and I still think about that.
Right.
Somebody lost their loved one so that I can have a second chance at life. That's the reality of it. Yeah. My kidney came from a 20-something-year-old female that was involved in sex trafficking, and they found her non-responsive.
Dang.
I don't know where she came from, what state she was in. They flew my kidney in, so I don't know who she is or her name or any of that.
Right.
Because you don't know. And eventually they will allow you down the line, like 6 months, the Kidney Foundation will allow you to write a letter to the family. Right. But you can't put your personal information in that letter. You know what I mean? But you can just write the letter, thank you, sorry for your loss, things like that, because you got to understand, they're grieving.
Right.
So they're not as excited as you are.
Yeah, I know, man.
You see? So you have to be able to look at the other side of that. They might be saying, why him and why not this person? See, so you mentally you have to be prepared for that.
Yeah, you do.
Right. You have to be prepared, but then you have to think about, I have somebody else's organ in my body.
Right. And your body's operating now.
And my body is operating now. So I'm no longer taking 40 pills a day. I take about 30 pills a day now. And eventually that will go down.
Right.
It starts going down. So eventually it'll go down to about 6 pills.
Okay.
And I would have to take these 6 pills every day for the rest of my life. I don't care about those 6 pills.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But I'm back working out.
That's
I'm
good.
back getting my health back. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
good.
it's like a second chance at life. You know, that's exactly what it is. That's why it's my birthday, 10/08. You know.
Hey man, congratulations to that, man. So man, now with that, are you have you got back to work yet, or you?
I haven't gotten back to working yet. I'm still just sending people out to work. I haven't physically got back out in the field yet. But I'll probably be back in the field. I'm probably
Just do some small, man. Just do some small stuff. Not just.
I'm gonna do some small stuff in December just to start off. But the first of the year, yeah, I'm back full force.
Man, that's good, man. That you really showing people how good God is.
God is amazing.
And you're gonna tell it.
And I'm gonna tell. Oh, listen to me. I knew God before all of this.
Right.
But going through this, it allowed me to have a relationship with God. See, there's a difference between knowing God and having a relationship.
Right.
See, now I have a personal relationship with God because going through what I went through, see, your mama can't help you out of that. Your brother can't help you out of that. Your sister, your friends, they can't help you out of that. Right. That's a situation that only God can help you out of. So you learn how to, okay, I can't put my faith in a human being.
That's right.
I got to put my faith in God, the creator. So it was, for me, this was part of the journey that I needed to go through. Right. So I've had people say, well, man, was you upset with God? No. I actually told God, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to go through this.
Right.
And I was telling God, thank you, even when I was going through it. And people were like, bro, how are you still happy and posting positive stuff? How are you doing all this? And you got kidney failure, you're on dialysis. Well, because I know the God that I serve.
That's right.
And I know how good God is. That's and right. you have to trust God and say, God, no matter what the outcome is, let your will be done.
Amen.
See, sometimes we try to fix things that God is trying to close.
Okay.
You got to let God be God. That's what I tell anybody right now.
Right.
Let God be God. And you have to trust God and say, God, I trust you with everything in me. And once you do that, God will close some doors. See, sometimes there's some doors that people got open that God been trying to close, whether it's a job, a relationship, a friendship. That person done showed you who they are 5 times, but you still want to keep that door open.
Yeah. Man, tell me about it.
and God keep telling you, I'm trying to close this door, but you keep wanting to open it up. But then when the same thing happened, you want to look crazy. No, don't look crazy. I'm trying to close the door that you keep trying to open up.
That's right.
Let me close this door because I got another door over here that I'm going to open up that's way better than this door over here.
Amen. Well, I tell you, man, that's real, man. Hey, congratulations on that, man, for, keeping the faith, man, staying strong, knowing, understanding and building a relationship with God, having a relationship with God before your process and during, and keeping the faith, because a lot of people do lose faith.
Yes, they do. They do. And you would be surprised on the impact that you can have on people because people are watching. They're watching. See, people were watching me because I'm always posting positive stuff. So they were watching and say, well, hold on. If Keith is going through this, then what is his attitude like? Well, I'll show you what my attitude is like. My attitude is great. My attitude is wonderful.
I never seen anything negative. I never seen anything negative, man.
No,
never. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Yep. So okay, so let's now that that's happened, you know what I'm saying? Everything is good, going. So tell us about this. How did you get with Dane Dash?
I got with Dane because Dane had to do an event here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And the person that was doing the event called me to do the personal security. So I showed up. Dame showed up with his wife. I introduced myself to him, and I tell anybody, look the part.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do, don't go to a job interview with your pants hanging off you, your shirt not ironed. No.
Right.
Put on a suit, put on a shirt and tie.
Right.
Look nice.
Yeah, best.
So when I went to Dame, I had on my black suit, and he was like, man, yo, I like that, man. I like what you got on. I was like, man, hey, man, I knew who I was dealing with.
Right.
And that was the beginning. He was like, listen, man, told his wife, hey, get his number. Next thing you know, 2 days later, Dame was like, hey, man, I'm in LA at home. Can you come out here? Yeah, man, I can come right there. He says, well, good, man. My wife, Raquel's going to call you. We'll book your flight. And the next thing you know, man, I'm moving around. I'm moving around with Dame. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's good, man. So I seen you. How was it working with light skinned Keisha?
Awesome. I've been with Keisha since the beginning of her career. Just the beginning of her career. Even to this day, she calls me Big Bro. She called me Big Bro.
Oh yeah, because I can pretty sure like some of your clients, man, they not clients, man. They family.
Yeah, they family. Yeah.
I done seen
Keisha. Keisha's family. Keisha's family to me. Jacquees' family to me. Scrap is family to me. John is family to me. Jeezy's family to me. Tip family to me. Stevie Wonder's family to me. Ellis Hall's family to me. These are people that I've been with for 10, 15 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you're with somebody like that, they have to trust you with their life. See, that's why as a professional bodyguard, you can't go on Google and say who hiring.
Right. Your name got to speak for itself.
You got to speak for itself. You can't go on Indeed and say, let me type in bodyguard who hiring. It don't work like that.
Right.
Your name is your resume.
Right. And do you have to have a good record though? Like far as like how hard is it to travel when a security officer, a security guard might have a felon or something?
Well, here goes the thing. If you have a felony, depending on what your felony is, you can still appeal and get a gun license.
Okay. See,
a lot of people think, oh, I got a felony, I can never get a gun. That's not true. They passed a law now a couple years ago. Long as your felony wasn't violent,
right,
you can get a lawyer. You have to go get a lawyer though. You can get a lawyer, and your lawyer will appeal it, and you can get a gun license. I have about 4 or 5 people that were felonies that have license carry weapons.
Right, that's good, man. And so you put them on to how they can do that.
Right.
So
because I love guns. I love guns. So
yeah. We know that. We know. I know that. Many of them. You in what's that one on Tar Boulevard that punch up that doggone is it Arrowhead?
Arrowhead.
Boy, you put us on to that one, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I'm talking about everything. I mean, when 20, man, they was saying something about he was finna get ready to go down. Man, that doggone pawn shop had people in the line out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a collector now. So, I'm definitely a collector, hands down. I'm a collector. So, we'll get into that later on sometimes. But I'm definitely a collector.
Man, this just part one. Part one tonight is part one, man.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I work with recently I just did Kamala Harrison about right before the election. She came here to Atlanta. The Secret Service called my phone they wanted me to provide overnight security at the venue that she was going to be at the next day. So that was that is probably the biggest highlight of my career is having the Secret Service call your phone. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? That was something. That was like, whoa.
All right, man. Right.
Yeah. And then I did the Kennedys.
What?
I did the Kennedy. I did John Kennedy Jr., who is now on the board with Trump. I worked with him. I did the King family. I do Yeah, I did the whole King. I've been doing them for years. The whole King family for years.
Yeah, I know. I remember when Puff Daddy sent you some stuff for your birthday and stuff like that, man.
Yeah. Diddy sent me the whole collection of Ciroc. Man, I've gotten gifts from. Man, I'll be here forever.
Have you ever been to a Diddy party?
Oh, I've been to 1,000 of them. 1,000 of them, man. But so you gotta understand.
Not gonna kick somebody while they're down, though. We
No. And let me say
I know
this. And I'm gonna say this. There's no party like a Diddy party. Let's let that be clear.
Right.
And every celebrity that you can think of have all been to a Diddy party, if 4 or 5 times, if not more than that.
Right.
What the allegations that they have against Diddy now, you got to understand, 90% of the people that's been to a Diddy party never seen that side of that.
Right.
Because it wasn't like, oh, at the Diddy party, if that went down, I've never seen any of it personally. But if it went down, that was something that happened 4, 5 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like after majority of people leaving the party type of thing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? It's more like the after party type of situation.
Right. You got Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But me as a bodyguard, 9 times out of 10, you know, when everybody starts leaving, I'm out. You know, I'm back to the hotel. You know.
How was it, man, for you, man, when Kim passed,
man? And I literally just posted something like a couple of days ago. It was the anniversary of her passing away. That was hard. It was hard because a week before, I was literally on the phone with Kim.
Right.
She was in Columbus. Kim was in Columbus.
Okay.
She was in Columbus with Ron Nelson. Those of y'all that know Ron Nelson, she was in Columbus with him. That's her family. That's her family.
Oh, that's her family.
Ron Nelson and Kim. Ron Nelson and Kim's family. Okay. So they called me on FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? They were downtown at Kim's house, downtown Broadway, on Broadway, and you know they were in the streets dancing and laughing and joking. I'm on FaceTime with them. You know what I mean? And just
right.
And then a week later, I get the call, and it hurt. It hurt me. It hurt. I cried, man. And then I got the phone call to be the head of the security for the funeral.
Right.
So that was an honor for me.
Oh yeah.
To be the point of contact for the security purposes for the funeral. You know what I mean? So I had Columbus Police Department. I had the National Islam. I had the Sheriff's Department. I had Highway Patrol. So I had over 100 people underneath me, you know?
Right.
Coordinating all of this because I had so many celebrities coming in. You know, you got to understand, it was, you know, the mayor of Atlanta came down there, Keisha. It was so many celebrities there. Yolanda Adams, DJ Khaled, Fat Joe.
All in Columbus?
In Columbus. Tyrese. Everybody was in Columbus.
Dang.
Yolanda Adams. And the list goes on and 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 on. It was all these people was in Columbus. So it was an honor to coordinate everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And to pay homage to Kim. Because Kim, people didn't understand, all Kim's kids were born in Columbus.
Yep.
All her kids were born. She did that on purpose. She wanted to make sure that her kids knew where they came from. And the lifestyle that they were living up north is not the average lifestyle where they come from.
Right.
She wanted to make sure that everybody stayed grounded.
So this is where you
from.
The twins and everything, right?
The twins, everybody, all of them was born here. All Kim's kids were born here. Yeah. She made sure of that. When she got pregnant with the twins and when she went into labor, they flew her in on a private plane. They flew her in.
Okay.
Because she was determined to have them children
here in
Columbus. That's right.
That's what's up, man.
And to this day, the kids still come to Columbus.
They do. Do.
They come to Columbus.
I seen with not Justin, what's his name? The one that looked like Puff Daddy.
Oh, yeah. We call him Diddy Jr. Yeah, he probably saw him down there. Yeah.
He was in Columbus not too long ago.
Right. Right. They were all just down there. Everybody was just down there about 2 weeks ago to go see their mom because Kim is buried there.
Right.
So they come in often. They come in very, very often. Very often they come in. It's just they're underneath the radar. They come in.
Right.
They go see their cousins, their family down there, and then they're out. Then they're back out the next day.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. But you know, Keith, man, you know what I'm saying? This is part one of many of our interviews, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We won't be able to get this all out.
No. I got so much stuff.
So much.
Get it in later on.
So much more we got to talk on, touch up on, man. I'm talking about some stories and everything.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Man, I just is there anything you want to tell the people tonight, man?
I would tell everybody, first of all,
people, they love you out here, man.
Man, you know,
and a lot of my crowd, a lot of my audience, as I look at my analytics, Columbus is one of my biggest audience.
Wow. You know, man, first thing I want to say is thank everybody that prayed for me, that sent me love and blessings, that text me and called me. First of all, I want to say thank you because those things meant the most to me. Just them little text messages. Hey, just checking on you. Those things mean the world to you. Second thing is, don't never let nobody tell you what you can accomplish.
For sure.
Don't never let nobody tell you that. If I would have listened to that, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Right.
If you have a vision, go after your vision. And remember, can't nobody want this more than you do because it's your vision.
That's right. You can't have anybody more than you.
Right. So don't expect people to pour into you when you're not even willing to pour into yourself.
You're right, man. You're right about that, man.
That's what I would
say. Man. I gotta say this, man. I appreciate you so much for coming here on my platform, man, to get the word out. It helps me out, but more importantly, I just feel like your stories need to be heard, man. We've been talking about Big Keith since high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since high school. He has been our hero, you know what I'm saying? Not just me, I'm talking about everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Man, you really our hero, man. You is a man of God. Like everybody know that. Right. You know what I mean? You is a man of God, man. You always encourage people. You very helpful, man. I just said we're gonna end it off tonight like that, man. And then we'll come back in on part two.
Let's do it.
Part 4.
I'll be right here waiting on you, man.
Hey, man. Hey, shout out to you, Big Keith, man. It's nothing but love, bro.
Love, man. Support, always.
All right. Yeah, no more, man. Love. I'm texting. All right, y'all, man. Y'all know what this is. Late Night with True Media Podcast and Radio with Celebrity Bodyguard. Big Keith, man. I got to end the night out, but we'll be back. See you in a minute.